Watch this online coach talk about sugar addiction.
And that is why people who are trying to lose weight and are emotional eaters, or they have stress at work, family life, kids, whatever it may be, they go and they start eating all the bad foods because that's how they fix themselves mentally. Okay. Just like an alcoholic goes to get his booze on to kind of numb his brain from thinking about all his stress and heartbreak or whatever else he has going on in his life. And these people need a lot of support. Okay, especially if this is a common thing for them. So what they do is they join these groups like Weight Watchers, Facebook groups. And the problem with that is, well, if you know anything about Weight Watchers, their products are very unhealthy. Some of them, like some of the bars I've seen back in the day, they had some of the worst ingredients and they put a lot of bad ingredients and try to make it as low calorie as possible. And then they give it to you and say it's a lesser of a point or something like that. So, and I'm not a big fan of that. But the reason that Weight Watchers was good years ago, basically, is because they had these meetups and like people who, like to get support and want to be with people who have same issues as them. They go to these meetups and they find people they can relate to. And that's fine, but they use it more as like a social event than an actual fix my problem event. Okay. They still keep the weight because they still keep going up and down with the eating habits. And they use that as a way to kind of take the edge off. That's not going to help you. And it's never going to give you the real results that you're looking for because that's what Weight Watchers wants. They want you to stay on the program for life. Because if it was a real program, in a year, you would look like a new person, more or less. Maybe a year and a half, depending on how bad you really are. But the average person that needs to lose a couple hundred, a bunch of pounds to look fairly good, a year, you should look like a new person. Facebook groups are good, but there's so many people giving out so many different opinions, different information. You can get lost. Someone says low carb. Someone says the carbs aren't bad as long as you're working out. Some people say no carbs. You're going to get all mixed up in there, and they might give you meals that they say are low calorie, but maybe not the best benefit to you. So that's why you need a real plan, and you need to be with someone who can keep you here and not everywhere. And if you can do that and sustain that, that's when the real results will come, when you're with a person who's knowledgeable, knows what you need to do, can hold you accountable, and you will see that in a year's time, depending on what you need, you will get that result and you'll be like relieved that you wish you did this a long time ago.